Hello everyone and welcome to another live stream. How have you been doing this weekend? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. Yes, I am, thank you. I've had a good weekend. Fantastic weekend actually. I hope you've had one too. Or at least an okay weekend. Or if you have to work and you have 2 days off during the week, it's sort of not really your weekend. There's probably a few of those people in the chat. Pretty chill weekend, nice. Hello daddy, that's a bit weird. But hello osteopath. Hello, glad I catch up to the stream on time for once. Well, welcome Jimmy. Yeah, glad to have you here. I worked yesterday for a bit, but wasn't too busy. I mean, yeah, I worked today. Like, I started working a few minutes ago. What is a zaddy? Or should I be too afraid to ask? Are you interested in AoE 2 and did you follow the Red Bull Volleyball tournament? I have played a fair bit of AoE 2. Got up to about 1100 elo, so not too bad. And I followed some tournaments like Hidden Cup 4, but I didn't really follow this one. Haven't played it in a while either. Wait, you work on Sunday? Well, what I'm doing right now is working. I mean, I know it's the stereotypical, oh, you get paid just to play games. And while, yeah, partly that's true and that's amazing, it is also work, whether I... You know, no one's forcing me to do this, obviously, but it does make me money, so I do have to do it for my income. And I do have an audience to please, so sometimes I'm not really in the mood for live streaming on a Sunday evening, but I will do it anyway. Most of the time it's fun, and it's fun anyway, but still. You know? Zaddy is a noun for handsome, fashionable, sexy man with swag. Well, that's certainly me. Maybe in a different universe, but not in this one. You're going to have to entertain between 100 and 200 people. Yeah, basically. Yes, please me, Marcel. Yes, I will please you. Very hard. Which sounds very, very wrong. Are you still in school? Yeah, I'm 14. Yesterday I studied for a math exam, which I have next week, and we're starting to learn what square roots are, which are difficult. So, wish me luck. No, I'm 25. No, this is my full-time job. I dropped out of uni to pursue this. Well, that's not true. It was more that I dropped out of uni. Or well, it was more that uni wasn't going well. I didn't really know what to do. And this was going quite well and I thought I could make this work. So I decided to drop out to do this. Watch out, I heard you're going to have an unannounced French SO tomorrow. Well, that's fantastic. I was always terrible at French. In the final 2 years of high school, I got a total of 2 passing grades for French. One in the 5th year and one in the 6th year. But the one in the 6th year was for a book oral, which was for 3 books. One of which I had read in Dutch, one of which I had read in English, and one of which I hadn't read at all and couldn't even find anything out. Yet I still got a passing grade. Which was a bit weird. Also the only passing grade. Have you watched the arrival of Sinterklaas yesterday? Oh, he arrived yesterday? Well, I hope his wife liked that. Anyway. Oh yeah, these are all the save files for the video I made for Thursday. Let's go up, up. And here we have Octagon Park. And there we go. This is the beautiful Octagon Park. Hang on, what? Oh, we're on 2, good. I always got a passing grade in French and je ne parle... It's je ne parle pas, not je ne parle plus. Plus, I think, means like either a lot or more or something like that. But ne pas is the negation. Like, I don't speak French, je ne parle pas français. Or la français, le français, I don't know if there's a preposition between there. Is that a preposition? I don't know. No, that's not the correct term. Whatever. Article. That's the one. Like a the. Parapluie is an umbrella. Is it? Well, they're paying plus for it. I know, like, il pleut is it rains. Are we charging 20? We are, but I disabled my price manager for the Forest Frontiers video. Also, nice. Well, thank you for the gifted sub. Slime. Ne plus means not anymore. Oh, well, that shows how great my French is, because I didn't know that. Hang on, I don't... It seems like I don't have staff. Well, it's definitely been more than 5 minutes since someone fired them. So let's rehire them. That was very predictable. Which is why I hired a lot of handymen. So that the footpaths could be cleaned quite a bit. Yeah, I can't stall this, so the rides will not be fixed quite yet. You know, Slime isn't watching, so I just shouldn't have said anything. Although then someone else might have done it, of course. But still. Okay, so this is Octagon Park. We're incredibly rich. And we're taking it slow. I can hear you click the trash bin to remove them. Yeah, but I mean, if I just hired them, you wouldn't know what I was clicking on. Yeah, we're taking it slow and we're making quite a bit of money each month. Drown guest 1690. Did you mean 1609? Or did you mean 1690? Because 1609, you know, is relevant for you. 1690. You're not hungry? Well, now you're not alive. There we go. And have a drink of water, which you should all do. Oh, look at that. The park rating is suffering a tiny bit. Surprise, surprise. Alright. Let's now start with a coaster. Alright, let's do... Do we already have a vertical drop coaster? Oh yeah, we do. We have that one, the Mobius one. Oh, let's do this one. The air-powered vertical coaster. I like that. You want a bobsled? Someone already made me build a bobsled. Alright, we're gonna do a bobsled instead. And make it crash. Oh, you can't make me do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's build the station. There. Vertical sounds like something I'd find on DeviantArt. The vertical bobsled, which is a very erotic drawing on DeviantArt. Name a grade of your choice. You guys are going all in with the channel point rewards, aren't you? Okay, so this has to be 1200 meters long. Well, it doesn't have to be, but you know, to advance our progress to the goal, it will be. Robert Slay. I like that. So did you guys see the spam that I got on my channel? You might have, since I made posts about it. Last night I got a lot of spam on my channel, which is the classic Telegram spam. Then they'll make a username, which is like Telegram at Marcel Vos or something like that. They'll copy my profile picture. And then they'll reply to comments with something like, you are the #1 fan, you won the prize. With a lot of emoji in it. Or giveaway winner, click here to claim your prize. Which is obviously incredibly real. No, it's fake. And you should never... I mean, there was nothing to click on it. You would have to message someone on Telegram, which is some kind of messaging service similar to WhatsApp. I don't use it. But yeah, I had a lot of those messages. And I've removed all of them now, and I've added phrases that they use commonly to my banned words list. So if anyone uses that kind of phrase, their comments get immediately filtered. Which is very useful. Well, the funny thing is, a lot of people say that's the dumbest kind of scam, no one fell for that. I fell for that. I'm a bit ashamed of it. It wasn't recently, it was quite a few years ago. I was a big fan of a certain YouTube channel. And that was before this kind of comments. It was still like YouTube messages or something. And I received one, supposedly from the guy. And it was otherwise pretty much identical. I think this crashed halfway through, by the way. And yeah, I clicked on something and I was halfway through something. I don't remember what. And then my brother happened to walk in and I told him about it. And he was like, you idiot. So nothing went wrong in the end. But yeah, it happened to me. And I was still a teen, a naive teen. And many other people are naive teens. There are a lot of teens in the world. So it can happen. And I definitely don't think it's too much to just give a little warning about it. And that is also one of the times that I really learned, you know, how dangerous that stuff can be. You know what, I'll just make it longer here instead of changing that. Even though nothing happened. And I became a lot more careful since. Alright, is it going slow enough now? I just needed to burn off speed. Before it gets to that place. Okay, it's burning off a lot of speed. Oh, it's going way too fast. Okay, you know what? We're going to make it do like that. And then something like that. And then one more. Also, I can hire staff again. That's a 30 handyman. 20 mechanics. Also, this isn't... hang on, whoops. This isn't really working. I still need... There we go. Okay, will it be good now? Let's see. Will it crash? Or will it not? It should be losing a lot of speed here over time. Okay, good. Good. Well, that has also added a lot of length. Which is useful. Because, you know, length does matter. As we all know. Does a fully enclosed sea with salt water exist? No. Because that would be called a lake. I mean, presumably you mean like the Dead Sea or Caspian Sea. Which, yeah, does exist. But like a fully enclosed sea is a lake. Which I suppose technically exists, but that's not a fully enclosed sea. That's a fully enclosed body of water. Great Salt Lake. Yeah, that too. There are lots of salt lakes in the world. This is a cool looking bobsled. Hello from Utah. Ooh, I like Utah. You know why? Because Salt Lake City, which is the capital of Utah, which you probably already knew, has the fastest ice rink in the world for long track speed skating. And, you know, I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this before, but I'm quite a fan of long track speed skating. You like Utah Lear Dam? Yeah, I do like her. Not just because she's got a pretty face, but because she's a good speed skater. Also, you spell it a little bit different, but you pronounce it pretty much the same. Okay, does it make it through all of here? And also an important question, have we already reached 1200 meters in length? Oh, never mind, it doesn't even make it. I'm a terrible coaster builder, aren't I? Okay, how about this? Okay, it's making that. It's making this. I have a feeling this one might crash occasionally. But that's fine. You know, as long as the people don't die. We had the first World Cup of speed skating today, by the way. First World Cup of the season. Well, thank you for the 7 months, Renee Catherine Furwing. And the times were absolutely awful. Like, terrible. And that wasn't because everyone was skating terribly bad. It was because the ice quality was terrible. And I hope it's going to be better next week. It probably is, because Heerenveen always has good ice. But still, it was incredibly slow. But Jordan Stoltz, our new young American speed skater, and he's really young, he's 18, was of course amazing, and he still managed to skate a new track record. Somehow. Beating everybody else by the biggest margin ever in a World Cup on the 1500 meters. On a distance that he's not even supposed to be really good at. Yeah, he still won easily. I don't understand how. Alright, let's go this way. Did it make it? I don't know. Let's just test it and see what happens. Can I go that way? Yes, I can. Let's go this way. And that way. Well, there are multiple World Cups. I mean, there's one World Cup a season, but, you know, multiple competitions. Ah, I think you're the 11 months drinking coffee. Yeah, Helix Mania. Because it's a bobsled. Do I know who Stephen Bradbury is? Of course I know who Stephen Bradbury is. He was like a New Zealand cricketer, right? Imagine if there was actually a New Zealand cricketer called Stephen Bradbury. Are there even New Zealand cricketers? Is that sport even played there? I don't know. Now, he was an Australian short tracker. Also, there aren't anyone 69 in the name. Well, that's going to be easy. He was an Australian short tracker who, against all odds, won the gold medal on 1,000 meters, some distance. God damn it. In Salt Lake City in 2002 at the Olympics. And I do mean against all odds. Because if you don't know how short track works, they're kind of either with 4 or 5 people usually at the same time they're on the track. And they skate a bunch of laps until, you know, they finish the distance. And the first one who finishes wins. But the thing is, you have also multiple heats before the finale. So that those, you know, people can win the heat or play second and, you know, then they'll be qualified for the finale. And, well, you have a quarter finals and half finals, stuff like that. And you start all the way with heat. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't really follow short track. But Stephen Bradbury, he was good, but he wasn't world class, you know? He was just good. But he was never ever gonna win. He could barely keep up with the pack. But then, in the half finale, no, semi-finals, that's the word. I was like, half finals doesn't really sound right. Semi-finals. He was behind. And then everyone, or at least enough people in front of him, in the very last turn, all fall and crash. Because someone hit someone else or whatever, I don't know. So that Stephen Bradbury is able to qualify for the finals. Then they skate the finals. He's once again behind the pack. At quite a distance, like the pack is maybe spread out over 2 meters. And Bradbury is like 5 or 10 meters behind them. So, quite a distance behind. And then in the very last turn, they all fall. They all crash, and Stephen Bradbury wins. That shouldn't happen. That's what I mean by against all odds. He didn't deserve to win. He wasn't good enough. He just wasn't. But because short track is so dumb that people, that can happen. Like, that should never be able to happen. I'm not calling short track a dumb sport, because it's amazing what they can do. And I do enjoy watching it sometimes, but it is dumb that that can happen, really. Because he shouldn't be able to win. He didn't do anything amazing tactically. Please keep hydrated in a heated argument. It's not really heated, but, you know. Thank you anyway. I think he deserved to win. Why? Did he deserve to win more by the people who were crashed into and then crashed themselves, who couldn't help it, but were better than Bradbury? Am I special now? Yes, you are, Jules. You are rich. And only the rich count. Because capitalism, baby. That's why I count, because I have $250,000. Well, euros. Is this even long enough? 1680 meters, it is. I mean, he's clearly the best if he's the only one good enough to not fall down. Not necessarily. I mean, if we're running a race, and me and Slijn are ahead, and then you are behind, like way behind, but then I get dizzy and fall over, but I fall into Slijn, and we both fall over and can't continue, then Slijn was the best, not you. You know? Also, thank you for the gifted sub, Slijn. Maybe he was behind because he took tactical safety distance. No, that's not a thing in short track. Like, if you don't know short track, you can't comment on this because you don't know how that works. He was just not good enough. He was good enough to reach the Olympics, which, of course, you know, on a personal level, reaching the Olympics is an amazing feat. I'm not saying he wasn't a good short tracker. Of course he was. He reached the bloody Olympics. But he wasn't good enough to win the Olympics under any normal circumstances where he didn't have a lot of luck. You know, that would be like someone becoming Olympic champion because another runner crashed into Usain Bolt, which is why Usain Bolt didn't finish. I've met Steven Bradbury. He's super down to earth. He's gone on record that he nearly forfeited the gold because he felt he didn't deserve it. Then he changed his mind because of all the training and time he had to put in to get to the Olympics in the first place. I mean, yeah, basically, that's what I expected. Of course, Bradbury wouldn't think, yeah, I deserve this, I was the best, because he wasn't. But he also, you know, he shouldn't feel bad for taking it if he got it by luck. Because, yeah, he did put in all the time in training. And getting the Olympics is still an amazing feat. So when are we racing? If you pick out a good game, I'll race against you anytime, anywhere, baby. Need for Speed, something like that. Okay, this thing is not quite exciting enough yet. So, let's add some trees. How about the tree with the silver stem? Is this enough? Probably not. No, it ain't. Wait, do we actually need 7? Yes, we do. You know what I find funny? In my video on Thursday, I called this a pink tree. I called this a yellow tree. And I called this the tree with the silver stem. I got at least a dozen comments about, Marcel says tree with silver stem instead of birch. I got 0 comments about me calling these pink and yellow instead of whatever they are. Which is really weird. It's probably because those people didn't know either. Fruit tree and cherry tree. They're called Vosses, which is appropriate. laburnum tree and magnolia tree. So, not a fruit and a cherry tree. I just thought it was funny you said stem instead of trunk. You know, I was debating whether I should say stem or trunk. I thought trunk was more accurate, but I thought stem sounded... I thought stem... That's a tongue twister. I thought trunk sounded... was correct, but I thought that stem sounded better, so I said stem. There. Or how about we do that? Now that's dirty, isn't it? Oh, I like that. I like that very much. Alright, thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way, Slime. I didn't 9 minutes ago. I think I forgot to say anything about that. Do we have 7 yet? Give me a 7. Thank you. Hang on. I'm hearing a broken merry-go-round. There it is! Awesome. Aww. I don't have to thank you every time you give me your bits. But I like it when you give me your bits. There was another one which wasn't quite exciting enough, right? This one probably was. Was this one exciting enough? Yes, it was. This one? Easily. Wow. Oh, it was the looping coaster, which wasn't exciting enough, right? Yeah. Let's add some trees. Will this work? Will this be enough? It might be. Oh, it's almost enough. How about a few more? It's almost enough. Almost. Almost. How about that? Haha! That makes the difference. I remember that stream where you made an arch of merry-go-rounds for the entrance and make them all break down. Hang on, I think I can... I think I know the name of the save file. Yes, I do. Awesome. So this was a very cursed park I did. Let's see. Let's do that, do that, do that, do that. It's going quite fast. Yeah, if you have like, if you're like epilepsy, look away for a bit. Okay, you can look again. There's a lot of fun rides in here. There's this queue line as well, which is going through the path, which is horribly inefficient. There's that. There's this queue line. Oh yeah, there's this one. Max, you suggested this, didn't you? With the candy style. Now we have this thing, which is going even faster than the Lupin coaster. It's going at 1400 kilometers per hour. We have this one, which... why aren't we going? It's just a very tall thing, doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one is fun. Look at this. It just about doesn't crash. And you have this monstrosity, which I didn't build. Someone sent this to me. Oh yeah. We have this chain lift at 0 kilometers per hour. Also, entrance is here, exit is up here. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we have a couple of cursed pirate ships. Can I properly... Oh, there we go. This is bit weird. So are these ones, to be honest. Let's just see them in action. Huh, they seem actually pretty normal. Oh yeah, the maze that you built, Max. Which is basically a bigger version of a different maze, but then like 4 times as large and built of real path. Which is interesting. There's a lot of cool rides in here. It's also a cool park to build. Oh yeah, this go-kart, which is going even faster. Well, actually it's stuck. But if it works, it would be going even faster. At about 2300 kilometers per hour. Oh yeah, and this one, which exited out of the park, outside of the park before I fixed it. Anyway. Let's get back to Octagon Park. Part 2. Okay, this one's exciting enough now too. Which means we have 6 coasters that fulfill the requirements. Let's build a 7th. How about we do a hypercoaster? Alright. Nah. There we go. We're gonna make you nice and tall. Okay, that's tall enough. You just want to drown any guest in... Oh, in that one tile pool. Nice. Well, we'll drown one who is sick. Where was that one tile pool? There it is. You just cling on to the pillar, you idiot. But no, that's not gonna happen. Drown the sick. I will kill all the sick. They have no place in my society. Can you color a ride teal, blue, white? Why? Teal, blue, white. I mean, it's not a particularly exciting color scheme if you ask me. Your bird is those colors. You have a bird. That's icy blue. I asked her. Oh, is this one teal? Is dark water teal? There's no... I mean, there's no... Okay, this one. There's no color called teal. It's still not a particularly exciting color scheme, at least not for this coaster. It's not bad either, it's just not particularly exciting. But it's cool that you have a bird. My childhood friend had a bird called Coco, who was a parakeet. Let's see. I just put in a lot of unnecessary turns. Let's see, the 78. That was 79. Yeah, we're not gonna make that. Wait, I went back to 79. Oops! Time to destroy the entire thing. Because that's not gonna work. Does this park need ducks? Yeah, we don't have ducks. Let's introduce some ducks. There we go, that should give enough duckage. I have a friend who really likes ducks. I like the idea of ducks, but not the execution. What do you mean? You don't like it when ducks are executed? You don't like Duck Hunt? They're jerks. What's wrong with ducks? I know the stereotype that geese are angry jerks, but not ducks. Oh, it's not even making this. I hate the hypercoaster. Screw the hypercoaster. It's a terrible coaster type. Name and ride is your choice. Well, what are you gonna name? Please name the hypercoaster 17 centimeter hyena clitoris. Clitoris? Clitoris, I don't care. Might be just local dialect on how you pronounce it. Wonderful name. Absolutely very family friendly. This is, you know, for the people who weren't here a week ago, this isn't entirely random. I mentioned this last live stream. Or a week ago, either of the two. I think it was last live stream. I think the stress is supposed to be on the first syllable. Well, you know, different dialects pronounce different words different way. So, it might be... I mean, if a lot of people say it with the stress on the second, then it's not supposed to be on the first. Then it's just whatever accent you have. I'm stressing you out. Ducks. Awesome. Where's... Okay, there's the station. The queue. Oh, the Q2 slime. Thank you for the follow. A psychic taco. Okay. And then we'll go this way. Ooh, awesome. This is just exactly 3 meters above the station. Which is perfect. Okay, time for some brakes. And more station. We'll have the stationest station in all of Station Land. There we go. 3 trains. Let's watch this 17 centimeter hyena clitoris. Okay, fast forward a bit until we get to the exciting bit. And it's going 120 kilometers per hour. Very fast, very nice. I like that. What happened with this coaster's name? What do you mean? Nothing wrong with it. Can you make a new video just on the RCT duck sound for hours? That would probably be more second channel material. Okay, I think this will be quite a popular ride. So let's give it a nice long queue line. And then that way. And oh, we're not done yet. No, sir, not at all. Okay, that's good enough. And a nice short exit line. Rip the bitrate when you were zoomed in. Oh, that's not my fault. Okay, what kind of style fits a clitoris the best? Horror style? Marketing campaigns for this one would be interesting. It would be. It's a bit... Now when you search for quotes on clitoris, it actually has results, which is something I never expected. I think any clitoris that's at least 17 centimeters in length would be horrifying. If it was a human one, then definitely yes. That would also not necessarily be, not only be horrifying, that would also be quite a medical anomaly. Anomaly. Thank you for the 11 months, Wood. Good evening, Marcel and hello chat. I'm curious if you know the prevalence of melatonin supplements where you are. I have no idea. Melatonin pillen. Let's see if you can just buy them here. Yeah, you can just buy them at your local drugstore. Kruidvat is the one I get when I Google. Apotheek.nl, Ethos. Yeah. Easy apparently. Ooh, it is indeed quite a popular ride. Also, we need some stalls here, so let's make a little stall island. Not really an island in terms of water sand, in terms of water, but I mean in terms of, you know, It's far away from all the other stalls and stuff. We need drinks. And how about... Hats! 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 I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. I think some people don't know how terrifying the animal kingdom truly is. Baby hyenas often die during birth because they can't make it through the whole thing. Yeah, a lot of animal stuff is dangerous and cruel and horrifying. You know, a lot of people say, you know, animals don't deserve what humans did to them. Animals are so innocent and stuff like that. They're so pure. It's nature. Dude, have you seen how brutal nature is? I have seen photos of zebras standing around with half their guts hanging out of them. Still alive because they survived a lion attack or whatever. Like, that stuff's horrifying. Does it actually matter if you put the info kiosk on the corner versus only connected to one side? I mean, in terms of capacity, no. Stalls have infinite capacity. So no, I don't think it would matter in this case. Because in neither case it would be a straight on. Well, actually in this case it is a straight on, so this is probably better than if you placed in the corner. Actually, it probably doesn't make a difference if everyone got a map already anyway. When they arrive here. I don't know. Humans used to be just as prone to dying in childbirth or infancy. It's only because we learned how to do medicine that fewer people die. Yeah, basically. Well, maybe not just as prone. I mean, there are species where the mother dies more often than other species. So it's not necessarily just as prone, but quite prone. Thank you for the 2 months, by the way. Espanol Utrecht. I hope you enjoy all the clitoris talk. I wonder, is anyone here uncomfortable with it? With me talking about that kind of stuff? Even though it's just all in a joking manner, of course. I'm not talking anything like sex ed or whatever, but... Is there anyone who feels uncomfortable? Obviously, people aren't very likely to say if they are. Which I do realize. If yes, they probably already left. Well, we have 149 viewers, which I believe is the highest we've had so far today. Clitoris talk is the only reason I watch your stream. Okay. Well, I'm not an expert. I mean, I don't have one. I did have one in my closet, but I sold it recently. Okay, I need to make this 1200 meters long. Which is quite long. Let's see, how fast does it need to go? Well, faster than that. A little bit slower. Yeah, that works. Okay, this one needs to be one smaller. Can we build a spike here? No, we can't. And then there's a massive coaster. Okay. Are we spaced properly? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we are. There we go. Is this long enough? And does it make it? Or does it go too fast? Lots of questions. Okay, looks good so far. What? How did that... I mean, I see why it crashed. But how did it let me build that? Like... Really? Like... I can just do this? Surely this is a bug in OpenRST2 right now. Because, you know, I know that this is a thing. You know, if you connect it like this, that it's connected. Like, that it thinks this is connected, even though it will still crash, is, you know, original Roller Coaster Tycoon bug. That's, you know, thing in vanilla. But surely this is a new bug. Or it's not and I just have never noticed it. I don't know. Might not be new. Okay, let's try again. And there we go. I mean, I know it won't crash. It's not like I need to test it for the crash here, because I just fixed that. See if it makes the last hill. I hope it does. Oh, easily. Now the question is it long enough? I think it just about won't be. I think it will be like 1,000. Oh, 1261. Nice. Now, hopefully it won't be too intense either. Oh, thank you for the bits, Paleo Philosopher. Motion Sim 1 has broken down. Well, get it into therapy so that it can build itself up again. If this one isn't too intense, it will easily be very high excitement. There we go, 9.02. Also, let's advertise. Because why not? There we go. And let's make this one longer. So I have a feeling this one might be quite popular. Wait, footpath in the... Oh. Wait a minute. How did I... Wait a minute. What? Hang on. What? What happened? Something went wrong. Okay, that bit... This is not how I originally built it, but it's fine. We're now going this way from here, baby. That's very different from how I originally built it. But it's fine. I accidentally built a queue line through itself, which caused it to do some weird connectivity stuff. Okay, we're gonna connect it on there. So that it's, you know, through fair. Straight through so that they can walk into the queue line. Okay, this one should be very popular. Let's just see how many people are going and heading for it. It's tall, it has over 8 excitement, everyone knows where it is. Oh, that's a beautiful color scheme, isn't it? Oh, and that? Yes, I like that. Can you call this one a CCQL? I mean, at this time I've been using it just as much, so it might as well be a CC ML, but yeah, it could be a CCQL. – 114 people are on the 17 centimeter hyena clitoris. I am so mature. Only 80 people are heading for the air-powered vertical coaster. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. But it's got a low throughput, so the queue line will probably fill up easily. It's funny when, you know, people call that humor childish. But they also say that the humor is inappropriate for kids. So which is it? Is it for adults? Is it for kids? Also, most adults would find that funny. I know my parents would find that funny. Okay, let's finish this path. All the way around here. And like that. Then I also would like a connection here. Just like that. And there we go. The path system of the park is finished. Now let's populate it with the benches and the bins. When the path fits just right. Oh yeah, I love it when things fit nicely. It can be very satisfying if you build something like that and it just fits perfectly. Or like when you do a Minecraft build and you have the perfect amount of blocks. That's just great. Thank you for the sub, Osteopath. Wish the air-powered coaster had more track pieces. Yeah, a little bit more variety wouldn't be a bad thing. What are the two geographical closest country capital cities? Vatican City and Rome. They are literally on top, well, inside each other. Vatican City is deep inside Rome. If you don't count that, then it would be Brazzaville from the Republic of the Congo and Kinshasa from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which are two different nations, which are opposite a river. Namely, the Congo River. Okay, we have built 3 so far, which means we have 8 now. We still need 2 more coasters. What's interesting, by the way, the Congos are sometimes called Congo Brazzaville and Congo Kinshasa, just with the capital city name after Congo to distinguish them, because that's a little bit easier to say than the Republic of the Congo, or even Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is quite a mouthful. I do like mouthfuls, but it's, you know, it's sometimes a bit much. Okay, let's go for Let's go for a mine train coaster. I also know which two capitals are furthest apart from each other. I think I know at least, which should be Wellington and Madrid. I believe they are pretty much exactly on the opposite sides of the earth from each other. Because you know, if you drill a hole down through the middle of the earth, most of the time you will end up in the ocean. Which makes sense, because 70% of the land is, or 70% of the surface of the earth is water. Thank you for the 6 months, Serious Matty B. But some places obviously don't, and New Zealand is opposite of Spain. Or at least most of it, maybe all, I'm not sure. But you know what's interesting? The Pacific Ocean is the largest of the oceans. And it's so massive that if you were to drill a hole right through the earth, somewhere off the coast of Chile, or Peru, either of the two, I forgot. And when you come out on the other side of the hole, exactly the other side of the earth, you are still in the Pacific Ocean. It's that big. You will be somewhere off the coast of China, I believe. Which is absolutely astonishing. Like, if you ever have a globe, which you can do in like Google Earth, that is, you know, is portrayed as a globe there. Just turn the Pacific Ocean towards yourself. And try to see as little land as possible. You'll be amazed at how little land you can manage to see. Australia will be on there. And, you know, a few little island nations will too. And some land of like maybe Asia or South Africa. South America. Most of it will be water. I will definitely need a second chain lift here at some point. Because right now, this chain lift is not enough to get us to the length. I mean, technically it is. If I just, you know, built level like this for 1200 meters. But that's boring. No one wants that. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll just go down again here. Whee! And we're going that way. It's a mine train coaster, so it's fine to have more than one lift hill. They're made for that. Oh, Vietnam. It was off the coast of Vietnam then. Which is, you know, basically China. It's only slightly below China. Cheat a launch in the mine train. No cheating here. Also, in the new series, Marcel plays RCT. There will also be no cheating. Most of you probably liked the video because I got a lot of lovely comments. And the idea of the series is basically me just playing through the scenarios. Only playing the scenario, not continuing to play and, you know, building more. And no early completion. And just basically doing it as a sort of half tutorial, half just chill scenario playthrough way. It's basically supposed to be a casual playthrough but with my kind of humor and style, which means that there will be a bit of education thrown in here and there, tips and tricks, the occasional sadism, stuff like that. I liked the video a lot, looking forward to the rest. Well, the next one's gonna be Dynamite Dunes, because we're going in order of the RCT1 scenarios. Dynamite Dunes is my all-time favorite scenario. Interesting. It does have a really cool mine train, which I'm obviously not going to remove. Let's see. Is this is not 1200 meters, is it? No, it never is. The editing on the video is great. Cut out all the boring stuff while keeping the interesting bits. Thank you. And yeah, that's of course the idea, but sometimes people fail at that. And I've definitely at times failed at that. Maybe not in this video, but in other videos I definitely have kept in bits that were too boring, or maybe cut out bits that I should not have cut out of the script, who knows. How long will the videos of parks with 4-year goals will be then? I mean, they'll definitely be longer. I don't know if they'll be 4 times as long, because I might, for example, do some intricate scenery builds or whatever, which takes quite a while to do, but doesn't take a lot of explaining. So, I don't know. Okay, let's see if this is long enough. Is there any part that you don't start with a merry-go-round? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely ones where you don't have it. Like Gravity Gardens, for example. I believe you do have one in all RCT1 scenarios. The start with merry-go-round is kinda a Marcel thing. No, it is not. I guarantee you that it's not just a me thing. I mean, yeah, I've made it my own, but like, that's a very widespread thing. Start with the merry-go-round, put it near the entrance, put on the music. Falsely think that the music attracts more guests. You know, that's a very widespread thing. I know it's not, but it is a thing you do every time. Yeah, but, you know, like, then a lot of things could be Marcel things which aren't. I never start with the merry-go-round. You know, not everyone does it. Although, one of the reasons I start with the merry-go-round in the streams very often is because it gives music, which, and also, you know, recognizable music, easy music, and fairly present music. You always hear it if you're around it, which means that when I'm silent and when I don't talk, the stream isn't silent. So that's also a reason that I do it. 15.99. Oh, it's easily long enough. Okay, how many people are in this queue line? Wow, 32 bucks we can charge for it. And there are 400 people in the queue line. We only have a throughput of 1100, but we still have a decent profit because we charge 32 bucks. You can use other music, yeah, but the merry-go-round is such a classic, you know, classic music. I do it for the music. And I say thank you for the music. Name the 3D cinema Neil Breen in 3D. I have never heard of Neil Breen. That doesn't sound like a real name, so you might have made it up. Where's our 3D cinema? There it is. Neil Breen in 3D. There we go. Oh, it is a real person. I have never heard of him. Assuming it's a him. I would love to see Marcel's reaction while watching a Neil Breen movie. I don't like movies, so probably would not like it. Alright, we need one more coaster of the rollers. Which one to do? Which one to do? Oh, is this a classic or... Okay, that's a wooden coaster. The classic wooden coaster. That counts as a different coaster. Let's do a classic wooden coaster. Oh, the advertising campaign for the park is finished. So let's redo them. There we go. And I shall build the station here. And we'll go like that. And like that. Damn, this thing has a toll support limit. I didn't expect that. Also, a few days ago, I broke my personal best for the Netherlands on GeoGuessr, and I am now second in the world. The world record for a perfect score on the Netherlands map, the official Netherlands map, is 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And my personal best is 2 minutes and 27 seconds. And Jay, a friend of mine, has 2 minutes 38. We are second and third in the world, respectively. So we're doing very well. And I had a possible world record run yesterday. But I got a bad last lap. But so did Jay. He also got a possible world record run. And also got a bad last round. Not bad as in we played bad, but bad as in bad luck. Yeah, time to get that world record. I want it. The GeoGuessr is a lot of luck involved for getting the world record. You of course have to be massively skilled, but... You know, if you just get dropped on the middle of a long straight road, in some tiny straight road in the middle of some fields, then yeah, you're not gonna get it. Even if you eventually get it, then it's still, you know, a bit guessing where exactly you are on the road. And you might be 40 meters away, which is too far. Time guess 3069. Alright. How long have you been hunting for the world record? Well, I've been improving on GeoGuessr for a while now, for like roughly since the beginning of the year, I believe. In April I had my first really good time, which was a 5 minute and 6 second time. Then that stood for a while, then I improved it over the summer until I had a 3 minute and 7 second time, which I got in July. And then in that stood for a while again. And then in August I beat that to a 306. And that's when I was like, you know, and then I got a 251. And around that time I was really like, okay, now I actually have a shot at the world record. If I get some good rounds. So I would say about a month, month or two. And it should be any day now that I actually get the world record. I just need a bit of luck. And of course I need to execute it well. And I make plenty of mistakes. Like today I had a fantastic pace. Great first 3 rounds. Easy 4th round, but I accidentally placed it a bit too far away. Which was easily avoidable, but I wanted to go too quick. Got 27 meters, you need to be within 25. So, I lost. Now, I did look at what the next round was, and it would have been quite difficult to do it really quickly. So, probably would not have been a world record anyway. Which is relieving. Okay, let's get to the other side of the air-powered vertical drop coaster. Quote poo, look at this poor fella trying. Can we get the better night pot? I kinda like this, where you get quotes you didn't expect. I mean, you can try again. It should pull up a random one with the word in it. So the next time you try, it could pull up one that's actually talking about poo. And I know you like that. Which 5 countries have the shortest distance to touch all of them? That could very well be something like the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, and Germany. Is it that? We're all quite close together. There might be ones closer. Maybe it's something like Germany, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Austria, and Italy. Oh, that's what Saar came up with as well. Yeah, it might be that one. Okay, this is probably long enough by now. There we go. Okay, let's test it. Balkan could be as well. Those countries are not that small. Like, they're small, but they're not that small. Alright, see you, Slime. Alright, time for the drop. It will probably reach like 101 kilometers per hour or something. 111. I need to be careful, because these turns aren't as banked. So I hope I don't get extreme laterals. Okay, yeah, that last one seems quite extreme. I think I have a problem here. Maybe not. Maybe they do act as the... Okay, they definitely act as if they are fully banked. This game can't deal with the semi-banked turns. Okay, well this one works. Yeah. But Voodoo, what was the answer? I'm quite curious now. Or did you not know, were you just hoping to find interesting answers? Okay, and open, and then we should complete the goal. Also possible is China, Bhutan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal. No, Bangladesh and Nepal are quite far apart from each other. Much further than Germany and Italy, I believe. I mean, if you go from Germany to Switzerland to Liechtenstein to Austria to Italy, that's basically a straight line. And you just need to figure out how long the straight line is. It'll be slightly longer, but not that much longer. Apparently, we haven't completed the scenario. Maybe these do not count as different coasters. Oh, is it because we got the same coaster? No, we have different coaster trains. Okay, then they should count. Oh, it's not long enough. My bad. Okay, I'll make it longer. How long do they have to be? 1200 meters, which this one is not. You have 116 kilometers for Germany, Italy, alright. What happened to hardwood A, B and C? What? I don't get it. What do you mean woody? Did I say woody? Netherlands, France is further. Okay, so it's not the Netherlands, France then. With Luxembourg and Belgium and Germany. Oh, we're not quite. Okay, this is definitely long enough. But it's also too intense now. Alright, I'm just gonna make the chain lift a little bit slower. That should fix that. It does! Wonderful! Okay, then now we should beat this scenario. Let's see. Might take a little bit of time. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's save this. We have beaten... Wait, China, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Bangladesh is really closer. But those aren't necessarily all in a straight line. Because you have to go from Bangladesh to China to Nepal. And then in between you will fly over India and Bhutan. But that's less of a straight line, I think. Oh, you didn't say straight line. No, you didn't say straight line, but I think Xark is now just only trying straight lines. Or aren't you? I don't know if you are, actually. I thought you were on my tip, but... Anyway, we've beaten Octagon Park. Yeah, with a wide variety of coasters. The last time I've beaten it, I think I used a lot more similar coasters. Then again, I could have used like... I could have used the reversed wooden coaster trains. Different trains count as different coasters. Like, I could have used all 3 of these. That's what I do in the speedrun of Octagon Park. I just use all 3. And I get 3 Lunar Launcher. Respect for using the Hardline Twister. Oh, that one isn't long enough. That one doesn't count. Like, yeah, it is long enough, but it doesn't get the excitement. Now, the 10 we have is the wooden coaster, right? Yes. The vertical drop coaster, the hyper coaster, the air-powered vertical coaster, the classic wooden coaster, the hyper twister coaster, the looping coaster, the twister coaster, the bobsled coaster, and the mine train coaster. That's all 10, I think. I think I've mentioned all 10. And then we also have a wild mouse coaster, a bobsled coaster, and a hardline coaster, which don't count because they're not long enough or not exciting enough, or both. Definitely both for the bobsled. Yeah, not even close to either requirement. Warning, different trains don't count as separate coasters in RCT Deluxe. That's open RCT2. Isn't it also RCT2 Vanilla? Because if it's not RCT2 Vanilla, I would be disappointed. RCT1, yeah, I don't know too much about that, so that can go anyway. Okay, you only play RCT1. Well, that's fair then. Okay, let's see. We have a little bit of time left. Okay, let's do the thing where you guys pick a random save file. Okay, this is a boring bit. Pick a random save file and I'll explain a bit about it. That's interesting. E-Dragon 13. That's once again... Oh my god, how do I... Oh, there we go, there it is. Not one I built. This is someone that... Well, this was built by someone by the username E-Dragon 13. Unsurprisingly. Thank you for the 15 months, Hammy 2011. 2211. It has a nice Cobra coaster, boomerang coaster, a twister coaster, a wooden coaster. This was for some kind of challenge for a Discord server I was in at the time. I'm still in it, but I'm not active anymore. A nice Ferris wheel. A lot of nice coaster, a lot of nice rides, a lot of nice scenery. Okay, disjointed launched freefall. I think that's one I built quite recently for the Magic Freefall video. Yeah, 20... No, it's not. This is older. This looks like it's exactly... This looks like exactly the one I did for the Magic Freefall, but this save file is almost 4 years old, at least. So, I've built this before. And yeah, it's a bit weird. But hey, it works. Don't judge me. It has 4 inversions, apparently. What other one did you want to see? Future Fun Zone. Presumably that's just when I just beat the scenario regularly. Or maybe it was when someone else beat the scenario regularly. I don't know. Oh, this is a custom scenario. I remember this. This is where I discovered that you can have diagonal chain lifts. I believe this is from the main SOS pack. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Number 4 from the May and SOS pack. And it's Finnish 5 coasters with at least 6.6 excitement, which is nothing special. And you start with these 2 coasters with a diagonal chain lift. And that's when I learned that you could... Well, the Limb coaster is launched, it doesn't have a chain lift. But the other one has a chain lift. Earthquake. That's where I learned that. Also, what's interesting, the guests prefer more intense rides here. But you need to make the Giga Coaster quite long for it to be intense enough. At least 9. So what I did, which is a trick I'm really quite fond of, is I made it go too fast through this turn. So it gets a little bit of excessive lateral Gs, 2.89, which boosts the intensity, which is still only 7. It's still quite low, but it's high enough that guests will ride it if they're happy enough. And I love that trick. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's such nice abuse of a game mechanic that you're supposed to avoid. Alright, pick one. If guests prefer intensity of over 9, will they still go on coasters with less? Yes, if they're happy enough. Up to about 2.5 points outside of their preferred range if they're 100% happy. 1 million dead. I don't see... Oh, there we go. SS save 1 million dead. No, 1 million profit. Wait a minute. I mean, this is the Sugarloaf's Shores thing. Why I got myself out of debt. You'll remember this video. The SS stands for Sugarloaf Shores. Stand up 10. Well, that's probably a stand up with 10 excitement. The answer to the question from Voodoo 3 is Germany, Austria, Liechtenstein, Switzerland and Italy. If you allow the southernmost point of Lake Constance, and China, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh and India if you don't. That's interesting. Okay, so this is a stand-up coaster with... Okay, let me cheat. There we go. This is a stand-up coaster with 10 intensity. Hang on. I mean 10 excitement. Not quite 10 intensity. It might be wrong now. No, it's still right. You know, sometimes they get recalculated because the stats calculations change ever so slightly, maybe unintentionally, over OpenRT2 versions, and this save file is quite old. But it still works with exactly 9.99 intensity and 10.19 excitement. But it uses airtime, which is a bug. At least, sort of. The excitement you get from it, so... It doesn't entirely count. It's, you know, it's close enough. And there's also... Here... Inverted vertical shuttle. With also... 10 excitement. I had this habit of building... Taking one big park and building 2 coasters with 10 excitement in them. Always in pairs. Never in triples. Or... stuff like that. Always in pairs. Space Waster. Oh, Space Waster was a thing I did for speedruns. It's literally an empty park. I just had to create the park so that I could then easily make it into a scenario. Like... Oh, it's not an empty park. It's a random save file I called Space Waster. This is from a speedrun attempt of Woodworm Park. Never in apples. I'm pretty sure I don't have a save file called Never in Apples. Right? No, I don't. The first save file that starts with Z. Oh, never in pairs. Oh. The first save file that starts with Z is Zippa! Which contains a single zipper write, which is a bit of an ugly design. It's a bit of an ugly model, but it's technically a zipper write. It's a bit buggy and glitchy. It's a custom write model. I didn't make it. I just happened to have it. And it, you know, kind of works. What's the largest country subdivision? Isn't that like the Eastern Australia or something? Extreme Poke Park. Or is it something like Siberia? Or Kamchatka, whatever that exactly is called. Let's go for Extreme Poke Park. It is empty because I never finished it. Western Australia, basically half the continent. I knew it. Yeah, it's massive. Western Australia. The goal is to get 2,000 guests in your park and never let the rating drop below 700. Oh, and you can't buy any land. And you also can't advertise. Oh, it's always Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Liechtenstein and Austria. Nice, because that was an answer I thought of, so I was right. And I like being right about those kind of trivia questions. This is part of an extreme scenario series that I created, which you can see here. Which is basically the Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenarios, but a little bit more difficult. It starts with Extreme Forest Frontiers. You need to get 2,500 guests in 1 year. You can advertise, I believe. Oh, also the guests prefer more. The guests prefer longer rides and exciting rides, so guests are harder to attract. And then you get Extreme Dynamite Dunes, 3,600 guests in 3 years. Which I believe also as guests are harder to attract. Then you get Extreme Diamond Heights. 2 million park value in 1 year. Then you get Extreme Evergreen Garden. No, the ones in between. Oh, Leafy Lake's in between. 5,000 guests in 2 years. And then you get Extreme Evergreen Gardens. 3,700 guests in 1 year. Extreme Bumbly Beach, 2,000 guests in 2 years, but you can't advertise. And then I did Poke Park, but I never finished that, and that's why I stopped. By the way, I did complete all of them. This is my Extreme Evergreen Gardens, for example. Which has 3,810 guests in a single year. And then there's also my Extreme Leafy Lake, which is a bit boring. But it works. 5,500 guests in 2 years. Works perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with this. I did this years ago. Like, these are all from, like, when I transferred them to my new computer, which means I did them before then. Probably did them like in 2017 or 2018. Have you tried completing these scenarios without using spam coasters? Well, you're gonna have to build a lot of small coasters to keep up with the guests. So, you're gonna have to, like, build small efficient coasters anyway. I could definitely do it without spamming this many coasters. Can we revisit one of your cursed parks? Sure. Let's see. We already revisited one. What others do I have that start with cursed? Cursed swinging ships, cursed park. Well, none. I don't know what their titles would be. Let's see what cursed swinging ships is. I think I know what it is. Yes, I'm right. Listen to that music. Isn't that lovely? This wasn't what happened the last time I opened it. Because there's a video of this on my YouTube channel. I made a video out of this. It's called, like, when you summon the devil. But there it looks very different. That's because you're obviously not supposed to do this. And whenever the devs change any kind of, like, behind the scenes of how OpenRCT2 works, then this kind of unintended behavior also changes. So this looks different on different what's it called, versions. All right. Pick one. I don't think we can find all the other cursed parks. Sing for me, my angel of music. Sing for me, my angel of music. Taboo. Oh, Taboo is an interesting park. Which, once again, I didn't build. This is, I believe, not made with OpenRCT2, but made with, like, hacks and mods in more vanilla. But, you know, that's not vanilla, but without OpenRCT2. And it's got a lot of weird, glitchy stuff. I mean, a lot of this isn't necessarily glitchy, it's just made to look glitchy. Well, this is very much zero clearance stuff. Do we have some proper glitchy stuff somewhere? I mean, that's... No, that still looks fine. Okay, we have guests walking here, which is a bit on the glitchy side. Ah, we have a non-square park. Yeah, very much nothing wrong with that. This looks glitchy, but I remember this park being weirder. Oh yeah, this is a bit of a weird coaster. It's not glitched, this coaster, it's just weird. Like, this is like how an AI would build a coaster, that, like, just random, weird, unrealistic decisions. Mainly just the brakes right before the chain lifts. That's really the only thing that's problematic with this. I thought there was more wrong with this park. Maybe I'm just missing it. Alrighty. Pick a save file. Nature has broken down. The entirety of nature. Lodgast version 3. I mean, you were here, maybe, when I built this. It's 19,000 guests in a park. It's very glitchy. We have 437 rides, 60 stalls, and 33 other. This is not even the final version, but I stopped working on this. Because the final version we have is version 5. Which has even more guests. 22,000 guests. Oh, there we go. It's a massive park. We have more than 500 rides. But yeah, you can see the lag. It's even a bit laggy if I'm just zoomed in. So, yeah, that's why I stopped working on this park. It was just too laggy. It wasn't fun. Is there a point in the park where the money counter over counter start as 0? Well, we can very easily try that. Okay, this is just minus 10. Hang on, it was something like 214 million was the max. Okay, let's. Okay, and then we'll just do. We'll just keep adding 10,000. Let's see if it overflows. We're good so far, but I don't know what the exact limit is. It might be 2147. But we'll see. Hey, 215. That's not supposed to happen. I thought the limit was 214 million. Hang on. What happens if we keep adding 100k? Because now I'm curious. This shouldn't be possible. This really shouldn't be possible. Or did I just get the limit wrong? Hang on, let's make this 1 million. Isn't it 2.14 billion? No, because the base unit is 10 cents. So yeah, it is 2.14 billion. But it is 2.14 billion times 10 cents. Okay, we're almost at 1 million here. Let's start, do just short of 1 million. Oh, no, it's still not. I just, hang on, I'll just grab my auto clicker, which is a little bit quicker. There we go. Let's see what happens. This was definitely increased. 1 billion. That's not supposed to be possible. Hang on, how long can this continue? Because, you know, now it goes twice as fast. 3 times as fast. This isn't supposed to be possible. That limit was increased. Hell yeah. Look at that. We have 5 billion. We will get to 10 billion. It stopped. No, it didn't. 14 billion. 15 billion. Oh, we're going even faster now because we don't lag as much. Hang on, if I just... We're at 22 billion. Oh, and we're now adding 10 million every click. Can I just add like another 0? 100. Can I add... Oh, now it had a limit there suddenly. So I suppose I don't want to mess with that. I just want to see if we can get to 1 trillion, you know? What's the new limit? I'm kinda curious. 1 trillion is not gonna take that long. We're almost at 200 billion already. Like, ask me a question and I'll talk a little bit. We'll be at 1 trillion in no time. This is gonna mess up the economy. What's your mum's middle name? My mum's middle name is none of your business. Do you like stuff? I like your stuff. We're at almost 400 billion. This is almost too big a number to fit. Mom, none of your business, Vos. It's funny, because you got her first name, her middle name, and her last name wrong there. Her last name isn't even Vos. I'm not even sure she has a middle name. It's definitely not one of my security questions. Are security questions really a thing anymore? Isn't it like two-factor authentication with your phone and stuff? Or like if you forget your password? I don't think I've ever had to do like those security questions. Do you have a middle name? I do. It's probably not too hard to find. So good luck. We're almost at 1 trillion. Name all the ways to eat potatoes. Well, there's only one way I eat potatoes, which is rectally. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see if it allows us to go there. Hell yeah! 1 trillion. We are a trillionaire. This looks so wrong. Okay, let's just... remove guests. Just so that we have a little bit less lag. Okay, so... the fastest way I know to spend money... which causes a lot of lag apparently. This goes only by the millions. We have 1 trillion. It's ridiculous. Oh, the reason this costs a lot of lag is I think because the park is massive. Oh yeah, a billionaire. In Dutch, this would be a billionaire. Which is pronounced slightly different than billionaire and spelled a bit differently, but basically means the same except 3 more zeros. And we're below 1 trillion. Because what we do is we say million. Obviously. Ah, this is back to 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, now we're at minus 10. It's a bit weird how it... Okay, so 100 million. Can we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9 million? No. Is 100 million the biggest? Or is it 214 million here? Yeah, I think it's the 214 million. We say million, then milliard, which in English I think is milliard, which is basically the same as a milliard but with 9 instead of a J. And then we say billion, which is, you know, should translate to billion, but it doesn't. It's the short and long counting system. And so for us a billion is 12 zeros. A trillion is 18 zeros instead of 12. Which makes sense, because a million is a mono-illion, right? Mono is 6. A billion is a bi-illion. So, 2 times 6 zeros, which is 12 zeros. A trillion is a tri-illion, or a trillion, whatever you want. So that should have 18 zeros, and it goes all the way. You know, a centillion is 600 zeros for us, because it's cent 100 times 6, but it's 303 zeros for the English language, which uses the short system. Ah, we are a double trillionaire. I really wonder how far this goes. This should stop at some point, right? We have way too many monies. Yeah, we could sit here all evening and find out. Let's go look through some more save files. Oh, whoops, we're in the autosave. There we go. Have fun. They might have switched it to 64. Yeah, I think that's what they did. Which will be a massive number. Overflow at around 19 quintillion. I want to be a 19 quintillionaire. Hyde Park fails. Oh, now I need to find that here. Hyde Park fail. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. That's when I completed Hyde Park with only... Is it? Yeah, I think it is. When I tried to complete Hyde Park without doing anything. Part of my do nothing challenge video. No, it can't be that, because we're... Are we that heavily in debt around that time? Maybe we are. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's probably that. AVC low neg. Well, it's probably some air-powered vertical coaster with low negative vertical G's. Let's see. Oh, this was me trying to get the lowest amount of negative vertical G's I could on the vertical drop coaster. It's topping this hill as slowly as possible, basically. And then you get -2 negative G's. I've seen minus 1.99, but I have never managed to get it any lower than that. So it's almost impossible to not get less than -2. Because it's just a lot of curvature in that track piece at the top. Okay, pick one. Skull. I mean, that's just the one my mouse was on, but let's have... let's see. Aha, I totally built this. Yes. Yes, I completely built this myself. No, this was built by someone called Sko. And this is some kind of spaceship. I like the use of this track piece here. Fantastic. It looks beautiful. Doesn't it? This is sort of like a Petra-like thing. Some beautiful buildings. A custom launched freefall vehicle. And well, that's about it. Okay. Max Arceus wanted 1. So we're gonna do 1. Which is this one. I believe this was made by Microscopic. Once again, not built by me. Hey, Scottish flag. And this one's called Niseag. This one's called Morag. I remember judging this for a contest. And yeah, it's a rather beautiful park. This is, I believe, for a defunct contest. Like the contest was called the Defunct. Symmetry, yeah, isn't it beautiful? I love me some good symmetry. Okay, next. You're gonna have to pick from these. Which one will you pick? And now you can't pick one again, because we've already seen one. Murky Marsh. 2. I can do 2. Murky Marsh is when I completed a scenario called Murky Marsh. Okay, there's nothing interesting about that. 2. Let's see what 2 is. Okay, this is clearly unfinished. But it was submitted like this because the builder ran out of time. Fire and Ice. Oh, it's a Mobius. Well, it's a Mobius Giga. It was supposed to be more finished. Someone wanted Paths video. Okay, let's have a look. Paths video. There we go. This is probably from the Path bonus video I made a while ago. Like a long while ago. Which has... Probably was like a shot like this and then arrows pointing towards the different path bonuses as I mentioned them. God, this is an ugly way to do it. Ugh. I vote for Marcel's Choice. I don't have a save file called Marcel's Choice, right? No, I do not. I have a few that start with my name. Just one you want to see. Yeah, I don't really have anyone that I want to specifically. Oh, Marcel's Family Friendly Fiend. That is this one. Holy lag. If you're epileptic or whatever, now's the time to just be a bit careful. Because this thing is gonna go fast. Okay, it's not that extreme, because the bits of track it does are quite long. It doesn't take a lot of turns in quick succession, but it will at the end. It's still speeding up, by the way. Look at that noise. Wait, look at that noise? Listen to that noise. It's just overflowed. The noise is so low, it overflowed to the lowest noise. And now it's slowly getting higher again. Isn't that amazing? You know, I once wanted to make a song out of these kinds of noises. But I accidentally started too high. So when I got to the apex of the song, the highest note, the noise of that coaster at that speed that I needed for the correct note was too high and it overflowed. So it didn't work. And I couldn't just change it because it wasn't the song either, and it was the Mario theme thing. We're almost at the end, and there it will go fast. Very fast. Just look at that, baby. The one with teleporting over the minigolfs, right? Yes. It's got a 120 intensity. Which is, you know, on the high side. How many Gs? 27 positive Gs, minus 56 negative Gs, and 32 lateral Gs. It's, yeah, it takes this tiny turn at 1300 kilometers per hour. Which is, you know, quite a bit. Yeah. It's a little bit dangerous, this ride. You know, I wouldn't go on it if I were you. You might, you know, get a headache. Alright, pick any of these. What's the speed of sound? I believe it's 1300... I believe it... No, it's like 343 meters a second. Which is from like 1200 something kilometers per hour. So this one should be going faster. I'd like to see how dangerously dense diamond heights ended. That one's technically not finished yet. I will continue it at some point. What's the next project you're gonna work on? I haven't really picked a new one yet. I mean, the project right now is the series. You know, the Marcel Plays RGT series. How about you continue it now? I was planning on ending the live stream soon. I'm a little bit tired. I was up early today. Spaghetti Fight. That's not the name of a save file, right? No, it is not. Ultra Realist Park. That one was once again not built by me. Oh, it's this one. I still have the correct custom music installed for this. This is a very recent park. Just listen to that. Which capital has the longest name? That will be Shijardawaner Pura Kota. Or, well, if you take the official name of Bangkok, it's like a billion characters long, but if you take, you know, the usual name. Thank you for the 20 months, Cody. What's up? I just showed off the family-friendly fiend that I submitted to your family-friendly coaster contest. So yeah, all these coasters below here are reflections. Look at this. This one's going up. That one's going down. But this is Brahman Reflection 5. It's obviously not an actual reflection or even a working coaster. It's really cool. No, the weather does not affect any of the forces or the speed. I would not want to be stuck in the maze. Yeah, it's quite a big maze and it's a working maze. I mean, you can see guests in it. So now I wouldn't either. Bandar Serie Bagel one. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's shorter than Sri Jagdamvarana Kota. Which is the capital of Sri Lanka, by the way. It's not Colombo, as a lot of people think. Colombo is a... No, Sri Jagdamvarana Kota is a suburb of Colombo. It's a similar thing to like Quezon City and Manila in the Philippines. Okay, let's have a look now because someone wanted to see it. The Diamond Heights bit. Dangerously dense Diamond Heights. Which I last did many months ago. About 5. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is the park. Just imagine this as the thumbnail. Of the video. This isn't even done. Ideally it isn't now. I can't build any... I mean, I probably can build at least one more flat ride, but I have tried. There are a lot of flat rides in here. We have 300 rides. Like, there are 18 dodgems, 9 Ferris wheels, 9 haunted highs. I mean, there might be a few more which have a different name. There are 18 launched free falls, 9 looping, well, 10 looping coasters. More, because we have different names, quite a few. We have 44 merry-go-rounds. We have 15 observation towers, 7 pirate ships. We have 35 spiral slides, 7 swing inverter shifts, 17 top spiders. We have 32 twists. We have 10 twister coasters, 4 wooden coasters, 3 wild mouse coasters. It's just a never-ending thing of rides. Just so many different rides. And we still have all the original rides, by the way. You can still clearly see claustrophobia and agoraphobia right here. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with those. And then somewhere here we also have arachnophobia. There we go. Here it is, arachnophobia. And below it, Snake River Falls. And okay, let's see. Can I find the original merry-go-round? Okay, there's the station. So somewhere here should be the original merry-go-round. I don't think I can see it from this angle. Let's try this angle instead. Hang on, where were the... Okay, there are the 2 coasters. So, it's not that one, is it? No, that's merry-go-round 39. Of course! That's number 39, I should have known. Oh, that's the haunted highs. If I click on there... Oh, that's claustrophobia 2. Which is one of the rides, actually. Which is the white one, I believe. So, it must be somewhere here. But I can't see it. I can't quite locate it. This angle then. We haven't tried this angle yet. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I buried it entirely. Oh, we can still see the ground here. That's a disgrace. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Let's do cutaway view. No, that's another merry-go-round we built. Oh, it's this one. It's all the way there, so it's in the middle now. Okay, yeah, we can technically see it. We can also see it from this angle and from this one. I mean, if you know where it is, you can see it from every angle but this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's impossible from this angle. Yeah, no, that's a spiral slide. Yeah, no, you can't see it from this angle. But yeah, this is, you know, it's quite a park. I mean, it has 300 rides. And 88 shops and stalls and 53 other facilities. 17 cash machines. We used to only have 4 toilets for a long time. Oh, we have the Shiny Butt Club. If we look at stats, because, you know, we've been at this for like 33 years. If you look at the stats, it's interesting. If you look at total profit, 1 million for Twister Roller Coaster 1. Total customers, 112,000. Current queue length. The maximum is only 58. I mean, 7,000 guests for 300 rides is not a lot of guests per ride. Guest favorite, 325, whatever. Highest excitement, 931. Highest intensity, 1024. Free fall stuff. Highest nausea, 1047. Also free fall stuff. Customers per hour, Twister Roller Coaster 10, which is the newest one. If we look here, total customers. 62,000. Chip Shop 1. Where did the Shiny Butt come from? The awards. The unfinished, well, the awards that used to be there in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 in the development phase. Cash Machine 5, 83,000. They get 50 every time they go to the cash machine. So assuming they all spend that, that's gonna be more than 4 million that this cash machine has provided us with. And we have a lot of other cash machines with a lot of other customers. Anyway. That was it for today. We finished Octagon Park today. Can you do a video in which you explore whether the different unbanked roller coasters produce lateral Gs that are physically consistent with each other? Yes, the answer is yes. Like, a train going 60 kilometers per hour through a big turn will always produce the same lateral Gs. Even a bobsled, which can switch from side to, you know, swing from side to side, still the same amount of lateral Gs. It's that simple. Thank you all for watching. I will see you on the Twitches on the Wednesdays. And I will see you on the YouTubes on the Thursdays. Or tomorrow, if I get a GeoGuessr World Record before upload time tomorrow. Which I might get, I might not, who knows. Probably not, most likely not. Let's see who I can raid. I like raiding small roller coaster tycoon streamers, so let's raid Jericho. Where backseating is allowed. And they seem to be English. Let's see, chat is not followers only. Good. I don't know if they have a mic though. Looks like they do. So, let's hope. Alright, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the raid. Have a good night. Have a good week. And I'll see you next time, my beautiful babes.